Hey guys, DragonfireCDN on the camera, and welcome back to Crossout. This is not gonna be like a normal type of video, because all I want to do is see the new Frontier game mode, and I want to sort of make a declaration of my first experiences with this game mode, and everybody here can experience it with me, because, you know, YouTube view counts. Now, I am gonna try this game mode out. I'm gonna see what it's like, and then that's gonna be it. What is this? Oh, and everybody goes for this one, so it must be good. That one, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So we have like strange looking map symbol here. That's a speed cap I've not seen in a long time. Wow. Alright. That's interesting. So we have hit scan weapons that are very frontal based. Now I don't have any hit scan weapons that are frontal based. Alright, I see now why the bomber is the best one, because oh my god. Nah, alright, that's unfortunate. So I've lost every part of this entire build. Alright, let's try... Okay, going up is not a thing. What the hell was that? Oh, I only now just realized you have to destroy this thing. Okay, so there's a big starship thing you have to destroy somehow. And once you start moving forwards, you cannot stop moving forwards. We'll try this thing here. This looks like a... It's got some structural parts on it. Looks pretty cool. I like the designs. The designs are pretty cool. This one can stealth, which is interesting. I have no idea where the starship went, the enemy starship. I don't know where that went. It's not easy to determine what's going on. This seems to be, the map here seems to be the same as the, what's this? Speed boost, okay. This seems to be the orbital station that has that like map on the ground, like the segment of that orbital station that crashed. That's what this is. This is the big orbital station. Down there obviously you have Earth. Wow, it looks kind of trash. And I'm gonna suck at hitting anything with Nemesis because, oh my god. Yeah. It's got a modifier on it though, because that's a lot more than it was otherwise. Because Nemesis usually only has, I think it's 8 charges to begin with, but this is like 14 charges. Also, I'm noticing a perk that's appearing. I don't know what that is. I think it's damage based on speed or something. I can't tell. I'm not sure what that is, but the moment I shot something, it immediately regenerated. Unless it's damage based on hits that I have. Ow. Well, I'm not moving anymore. I don't know what happened. There's an elite ship thing as well that charges up when you deal damage. I'm not sure how to deal with that one, but you know. I can kinda hit stuff from a distance now. I'll send off those missiles because they seem to be really strong. There's a shrapnel field, I don't know if that's going to do anything. No, it's not doing anything. Well, we got Protect over here, which is great. We seem to be doing a better job. Can I go up, please? God, it's really difficult to control this ship. This is one of the worst control schemes ever. I don't know about you, but that's a terrible control scheme. I also see this funny, like, gyroscope looking thing in the back there, which is probably the thing that controls the ship. So learning where that is on the ships will probably be a great advantage. My shuttle is docked, I think that said. I wasn't looking. It appeared for like half a second. Very curious what's... Alright, so this is an internal section of the station. There's nothing there. I'm getting attacked. I see this as a... different damage type of the rapier, I've noticed. Ow. Alright, I don't know about you, but this is kind of trash. And I just hurt myself with my own missiles. Alright, a full burst off of this is actually a lot of damage, which is interesting. Well, we won. That... I'm gonna try getting the bomber as soon as I load in now. I'm gonna see if I can get the bomber as soon as it's basically load in, start spam clicking. I think that's all it is. But I want to see what the bomber's like, because everybody went for that one, like, straight away. So it's got to be good. Somehow. It's got to have something to it that makes it good. Because that's clearly something that people wanted to have. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Also, I like the laziness. It's all they're all helicopters. So the movement part is clearly a modified helicopter part. Right, so we have a plasma emitter. We have a shield. Now I know exactly why this is great. Oh, okay, the plasma emitter locks on and it's Helios. And that is running, obviously. No, okay. That is pretty cringe. But no, that's a very good way of telling me why this is the strongest one, because you will always do damage no matter what. Something stopped me from turning. I'm falling apart. Yeah, I see now. Aimbot is why this is the most popular ship. I am terrible at this game. I'm not going to restart it, because I still have it though. Even though I can't use it because it's Jupiter and it's got the slowest projectile speed known to man. Come on everyone, cheer me on. I can't aim. I can't aim. I just can't. I can't do it. Impossible. You know what, actually, I'm gonna try using the bomber, but instead of like fighting other ships, I'm gonna try going straight for this over here. Because clearly Clearly I'm doing something wrong. God, that's never gonna reach it in time. Right, we are locking on. Oh yeah, 8,000 damage straight to that, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see now the purpose of this mod. And everybody's talking to me now because I'm doing a crap load of damage, what the heck? Okay. Wow. Enemy shuttle's protected though, so that's good. Oh yeah, you wanna try? Okay, yeah. Try. I hit him face on, that was the most painful experience anyone has ever experienced ever in the history of painful experiences. Well, I know this is gonna kill him eventually. I just have to do certain things. There we go. Alright, you now. Yes, you put yourself into my line of sight. Oh, that's a wall. I don't like that. I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing. Loud screaming noise that the spider made in the previous game modes. God, this game mode is confusing. I'm never gonna hit anything with that. Ow! I'm dead. That hurt. Yeah, alright, let's go get this jackknife first. Missed it completely. Because I'm so good at this game. Yeah, I don't know. This is... like, it's strong, don't get me wrong. It's very strong. It's just, trying to do anything is not easy. Goes 600, not seen that guy's name in a long time. Stuff's falling apart. Oh, it's the station. The station over here is falling apart. That's why the shrapnel field's coming up. Okay, I see it. You scored enough points to respawn with an elite ship. That's interesting. So I suppose that when we die, we'll have to see. Now, there we go. He's dead. Ow! I get crashed into. Okay, so it's the easiest way to killing that is just drive straight to it. Alright, elite ship. Oh my good lord. I spawned in with a Star Wars ship. Okay. We got missiles. We got jet boosters. We got wide wings. We got... We got... I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. It's boost. Crash into this guy, because why not? It's a draw. So we got to see the elite ship, which has a lot of guns, but it's also kind of bad. I don't know. This is a way to do daily missions, goodness me. Yeah. So I think that's everything. There is nothing else to explore. We've seen every ship. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like car game about cars that you put guns on the cars. Why are there spaceships? That, and I don't like the movement either. The movement is slow. It's clunky. There's not a lot to it. It's there's not a lot of wires either. I might as well just do like a regular wires battle. Like what? No. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of that. Anyways, new pack, supposedly. Supposedly not. Whatever. Ooh, new market! Okay, they finally added this, so we have the new market now. So everything's on the same page in the market. That's cool. So we should have the new cabin. The new cabin. It's not added yet. They didn't add it. They didn't add it yet. Okay, that's okay. They were all like, "Oh yeah, there's a new cabin in the game now." No, there is not. Yeah, I like how you can see all of these things individually now, which is interesting. So, new market. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. I can select my light, medium, heavy wheels, frontal, rolling base, tracks, hovers, mechanical legs, robotic legs, augers, rotors. You know, I can go to my hardware, I can see special modules, power modules, health, recharge, radars, scopes, spread stabilizers, generators, engines. So, you know, I can see all my different weapon types. You know, what are all the uncategorized weapons in the entire game? Charon and Scorpion and Thyrsus should all have their, because they're all pulse accelerators, so they should all get. Well, no, that's rail accelerator. My bad. This is pulse cannon. I don't know. I feel like these guys are all gonna get like pulse weapon. Just like that should be a general tag for these things. Nail guns as well. But there's a lot of pulse weapons, so I don't know. Also, Emily and Corvo are revolvers, but if we look in energy weapons, we also see Athena, which is a laser revolver. So I feel like Athena should be added to the revolvers category. That's just me. Then you have the light cabins, medium cabins, heavy cabins. So you can actually search for them individually, you know? Like I want my light cabins. See? And if I click on this base tab up here, it selects it. Which is pretty cool. Then you get your building parts, your resources, stuff like that. I think this is pretty cool. I like this market update. I like how you can go to my offers and you can see what you're offering. I like how you can go to your history and see what you're getting, you know. God, I know I have a lot of history. There's also a filter here, which lets you reset, refresh. I don't know what reset or refresh. I don't know the difference between reset and refresh. I think this just resets the filters and this refreshes the screen. I don't know. But I also think it's interesting that I can't see any lower than that. But if I go to weapons history, yeah, look, I can see when I sold those. I can see when I bought my Scorpions. If I go to uncategorized weapons, you can see I've had summiters in the past, I've had like skinners and stuff. If I click on relics, I can see the first time I bought Scorpion, because I've had Scorpion before. Or I can't, never mind. I've had Scorpion before and it's not there. It's only showing the most recent ones. So very clearly it seems that there are flaws, because it's unlike the previous history page, this one doesn't go all the way back to the beginning, because I could see my history all the way back to the first piece of scrap metal that I sold when I played this game. But now apparently I can't do that, so I suppose that's kind of bad for the history, but you know, you have all your parts on the same page, so now you don't have to click on like a new page thing, you can just sort of scroll. Which I think is a lot better than the previous one. So that's an upgrade, I suppose. I heard apparently the exhibition you can set how many weapons you want. So say for instance 2 Devourers, which is the average that people would have. Or for instance a build with like 1 Punisher. I can look for builds with a single Punisher, like this. This has 1 Punisher on it. Which I think is really interesting, especially if you were going to look for like wheels, say like widget, right? Widget ST, I want there to be 6 widget STs and 2 regular widgets. So 8 widgets in total, 6 steering, 2 regular. I can now find those builds. like the exclusive builds that have that on them, right? Which I think is cool because it's really good for me, for instance. Say for instance, right? I was looking for builds. Okay, I wanted. Let's see. Right, because I want this elephant to sell, by the way. And I don't know how long it's going to take for that to sell, but I want it to sell. Anyways, so for instance with me, right, I have 6 Hermit STs, 2 regular Hermits. But I also got like a bunch of other stuff as well. So what if I wanted like, you know, take my Hermit ST, that's at the market, that's not what I'm after. Oh, actually, that's a new cool mechanic. When you search, you can search directly for the item. That's interesting. Anyways, exclamation. So let's search for the Hermit. Let's have 6 of those, 2 regular Hermits, and see what comes up. Right? So I see there's a lot of fast builds here, which is interesting. Let's look for a weapon, right? Say for instance, like what's a good weapon for Hermits? Well, flamethrowers. So Draco. And I have 3 Dracos, so we'll look for 3 Dracos. Here we are. Average build. Very average. You know, it's got a cami, it's got parts that I have. It's got an unfused Colossus, which is kind of mid, but overall I could build this. Which I really like, because now it's narrowing down your search. So you can narrow the search down a bit more, you can have better, you know, you can look for builds better. I like that. That's cool. It's not much, but it's cool. And it's gonna make it a bit easier to, you know, look at things on the exhibition if I ever need it to. I have no idea what that says. Yeah. And then there's a can build up here, so things that I can build on the exhibition, which includes stuff like this. Okay, so I like how it ignores decoration parts. That is not the cab that I would have chosen for a Scorpion build, but you do you. Yeah, so I like how it ignores analog parts, and I like how it also ignores decoration parts. Because that means now I can build most of the things on the exhibition because I have most of the parts. Like, see, this is a mass fused, like everything, but I've not got this one because this is mass built-in radar radius and mass limit fused humpback, right? My humpback is a mass maximum speed and mass limit, so mine's better, but it's not barring this build from what I can build because I have this already. I've already got this cabin. I already have these wheels. So the game is recognizing that I have the analog and saying I can build it. Because before it wouldn't do that. So, you know what? I think that's really cool. And I think this is kind of a fire build. I'm going to be very honest, this build is kind of fire. It's terrible with drifting though. I can't seem to get a good drift because these wheels have no turning base. Oh, that's why, because all of the front wheels are steering ones and none of the others are steering, which is very bad for everything that this is. It's good for drifting, I suppose. Kind of, I don't know. Whatever. That's a lot of damage though, I might try making something like that later. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No, that's interesting. So I can turn off trending, I can turn on my subscriptions, I can sort it by what builds I can actually make, you know. I can go to my owned blueprints, which I have quite a few actually, owned blueprints. Like I've got a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of cars. No, I got a lot. Like this. This was one I was very proud of. I like this one. This one was made a long time ago, back when they added claw as a wheel. This one back here, yeah, they changed it to the seagull, but this originally was the legendary rotor. Which, you know, it used to be the legendary rotor. Yeah, back before they went and changed absolutely everything about this minigun. Yeah, so the rotation's locked and everything on this build because they changed everything about it, but this used to be the meta back in the good old days. Then I got this one, NVIDIA looking at, because it looks like NVIDIA. Other builds that I have made as well. Just stuff I'm proud of. Stuff that's getting a lot of likes is stuff like this build, which is old as hell. I need to rebuild this and re-upload it, but, you know. I just have a lot of cool builds on the exhibition that people seem to like over time. Then I've got all the builds that I've liked personally, which stuff like this, which is goddamn awesome. You know? All of the meta parts in the entire existence of everything. Yeah, there's just a ton of things. Yeah, I like a lot of stuff. Then you can look at your rangers and you can look at your best authors, which is clearly this guy, even though I don't have a clue who this guy is. But he clearly makes a lot of things. And then your class of engineers, that doesn't happen like ever. This never happened. What was this? This one should win, really, because it's the only one that actually looks like a spider. That's actually tripping my arachnophobia a little bit. I hate that. Anyways, that one should have won because that actually looks like a spider. Everything else is this isn't a spider. This is, I don't know what this is. Autism. Anyway, cool space mode. I don't like it. So yeah, cool market updates. They've done the same thing for the workbench. So this is how the workbench was initially, and obviously they've done the same thing with the market here. Slightly irritated that these tabs are so wide that this isn't in line with this, but you know what? I'm not going to talk about it because it's annoying. Yeah. Now all they got to do is do the same thing with your storage, where you have it like this, and you have all your like cabins like in a grid on here, kind of the same grid like here, but like cut these three on this end, cut these three on this end off, right? Squash this grid into this area, and then have the same tabs down here. Right, so it's not at the top like it is here. Have it along the sides. Consistency, people! We need consistency. And this is not consistent with this or this. So this should be the next thing that goes, because, oh my goodness. I like this more than I like this, because this you can only pick the cab. So you have to scroll to the bottom like, oh, here's my cabins, my heavy cabins. Oh, I want to go find my medium cabins. Okay, give me a second, guys. Which one of these is a medium cabin? This is a medium cabin. This is a medium cabin, but this is a heavy cabin, so it gets confusing because you have to look for the rarity of things. But if you only have legendary cabins, you're like a cohort. Yeah, whalers are medium, whalers are heavier, and that's a heavy because they're big. They're big cabins. So this would be like a medium cabin. This would be a medium cabin. This one as well. This one looks like a heavy cabin, so you know it's kind of confusing. And this looks like a light cabin, so you got the idea here, because it's kind of like this looks like a light cabin as well, and then this also looks like a light cabin. And then this looks like a light cabin, and this looks like a light cabin, and this looks like a light cabin, and it's like, it's difficult to tell. And I would like to be able to just select my base light cabins. Boom. Except it wouldn't take forever to load because, you know, your storage is instant loading. You know what I mean? Like, because it's already there. It's like a predetermined value, so you don't have to worry about, like, you know, waiting for it to load a million years, even though it just took a million years to load, but it doesn't matter. Also, Kensei's getting expensive, which means I might sell it, because I don't use it, and it's not a good cabin. I don't know why people like this cabin. I don't know why it's so expensive. I guess it's a pack-only cabin, but goodness me. But yeah, that's just about it. I've checked the update out. Congratulations, YouTube views, I guess. I don't know. No, that's everything really. I don't have anything else to say. I don't like this. What are the challenges? Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think this gets to be really cool. I think that's a cool decoration item. I think it's cool, but it's also tradable. I want that, so I'll probably play the game mode, because it's not difficult to earn these 1,000 points. It's not difficult to win. It's just not fun to play. But, I mean, I'll play it. I'll get this. Whatever. It's a cool looking decoration item. So I'll take it, even though it'll sit in my inventory and do absolutely nothing. Rogue Mine's got challenges I need to do. So yeah, that's it pretty much. I've got nothing else to say. I've got nothing else to do. I'm just, yeah. So that's just about it for this video. I've got nothing else really that needs talking about. So that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm gonna go now. Because yeah, I like the update though. I like this idea of space battles. I just think the movement is really bad, and I think that some of the weapons could use a little bit of work, because obviously that last ship, that super fast one, the small one with the Nemesis on it, it's bad to use because Nemesis is hard to aim, and when everybody's moving at 200, 300 kilometers an hour max speed, you know, it's not, you can't hit stuff with it. That's what I think, at least. And honestly, the elite ship, I have the same like idea with it as well. Is like, it's not, I don't like it that much. You know, I do like that the elite ship at least doesn't stop you from having your thing selected. You know, like you still have your ship selected when you die. So that's cool. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.